get ready with me for a date with my boyfriend after getting unready because he made me mad. Well, he didn't, no, like, he fell asleep, mind you guys. I told him to be here at 6:30 and it's 6:45 because he decided he wanted to fall asleep, even though the plan was for him to get home after work and start getting ready because he only had an hour, but he decided to lay down. And I started calling him at 6:15 because I just had a feeling that he fell asleep because he had me on the bed for an hour. So I was like, this man fell asleep. So I started calling him, to give him a 10-minute heads up. But he fell asleep and I got mad and I got unready because I don't, it's not even that, oh my God, he fell asleep and he's tired. No, it's the fact that, he knows he works this day and he decided to still make plans. So it's like, you could have just not made plans. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I just don't like when people make plans and they don't, I don't like being told something and not doing it. I hate that. But he said, oh, I'm going to be on my way. I was like, yeah, okay. Let's see about that. So hold on. So he's not on his way yet. Okay. But whatever. He has until 7:30. I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a thing that I've never told you before. So there's this girl I played a sport with in high school, and she always thought she was better than me. And at this sport, she 100% was better than me. I never claimed to be the best. She just thought she was above me and everyone else in general. When she graduated, she unfollowed me on Instagram, and so I blocked her. But the reason I was so fast to hit block with this girl is she would make fun of my social media when I was just starting, when I was a senior in high school with all of her friends, which is very ironic because the story takes a turn. I have a pretty tough skin now after doing social media for 5 years, but something that always sticks with me is when I was literally 17 years old, just a baby, trying to navigate TikTok and social media for the first time, and those people that I went to school with that made fun of me. I will never forget that. Anyway, so I'm at Miami. One day I get a text from her. Hey, Abby, it looks like you're having such a fun time at college, which I don't know how she's saying because she's blocked. I started this clothing company. I started this sweatshirt line. I was wondering if I could send you a few sweatshirts in exchange for a post. What? Honestly, I'm so impressed by how bold she was to be able to reach out like that after talking terribly about me in high school. So I remember I just sent her my media kit, which if you don't know, media kit is your rates for posts. So I just sent her a PDF of all my rates for TikTok and Instagram. She was also friends with my high school boyfriend, who you guys I've never ever brought him up on here just because our relationship was never on social media. It was before I did social media. I also found out different girl, one of my closest friends in high school, tried to hook up with my ex-boyfriend right after we broke up, and I didn't find that out till a year ago. That was crazy. Yeah, let me know if you guys want more story times.
Throughout high school, I was in a pretty toxic relationship, which I feel like we all have to go through. But I would find out at least once a month that he had cheated on me. And I would be like, oh, it's fine. I would get kind of love bombed back into it. And we dated from sophomore year to the summer before senior year. One time he even tried gaslighting me into that we weren't really exclusive, so he was allowed to do things with other girls. But this one specific time, I had overheard one of the girls talking about how, let's call him Braxton, had kissed a girl the following night. And I was a junior at this time, and I was just kind of over it because this was the 8th time that it had happened. But this time I was like, okay, that's not okay. I wasn't gonna go straight to him and tell him that I knew because he always tried to convince me to stay or tell me that I didn't hear that. He would gaslight me. So good old Kenzie was like, I'm gonna make a public announcement that he cheated on me. I thought this was such a good idea. Okay, I was like, it's gonna humiliate him. I didn't think about me, okay? So we had just taken some selfies or pictures the day before. So I posted it on my story and I tagged him and I said, once a cheater, always a cheater. And that's how I broke up with him. Then I'm pretty sure I got back together with him. So who knows. I had like so many screenshots on that story that I had posted on Snapchat. The whole school saw it. So he was definitely humiliated, but then like so was I, because I was like, wait, like I don't want things to be over because I was stupid. So we had to like sneak around so we could actually be together. And then we ended up actually like breaking up for good the summer before senior year. And then that was like the best year of my life. I have like so many stories. I could just go on and on. So let me know if you guys want more. I always look back on high school and I'm like, how was I not kidnapped? Like the things I did. In Utah, there was always this one high school that people were always at late at night. And if you live in Utah, you know what it is. But that's where most of the crazy things went down. One time we met up with these cute boys. Well, we found them when we were there. And we were like, do you guys want to play Switch? If you know what Switch is, you know, you make out with the other one and then you guys switch. So you make out with both of them. We ended up, you know, switching, and these boys we thought they were just so fun and like their personalities were so cute. So we're talking for a little bit and they're like, I live over in the city, like, do you guys want to come over? And like, we have known them for maybe 5 minutes. And of course we said yes. So we start following them to their house. And honestly, that was like such a fun night. We went over to their house around 10 and we didn't leave until like 5 a.m. So after that, we were all pretty close. And we would always just go over to that house and spend all night there, then hurry and head back to mine before my parents woke up. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Another time, there was this huge white van that was there, and they were like stuffing people into the van. And so we like pulled up next to them. We're like, we want to get in. Like, we no idea who's driving this van. So we get in, and they're like, oh, we want to make a video of like everyone coming out. It was literally like a clown car. I think we fit 38 of us in this van. Okay. And they were mostly like men. And we were just crammed in there. Like, they could have easily drove off and, like, we were never seen again, you know? Another time when we were there, it was, like, right after Outer Banks became a big thing. There was this boy there that literally looked like John B. So we were like, John B, John B. He comes over. He's riding this motorcycle around this parking lot, okay? So he comes up to us, and he's like, do you guys want to go on a ride? I thought he was going to take both of us. So we're like, yeah. Takes my friend, leaves me there alone with, like, all these random people that I do not know. And they are gone for at least like 20 minutes, and I guess he took her to this like random pavilion place and was telling her like, oh, my brother just proposed to his wife here, or like fiance here, and like it was like very weird. And then she finally came back, and I definitely thought she got kidnapped. It's funny to think back, like we would literally go there and just be like, hey, do you want to like kiss? Because here it's like you want to get your kiss count up, and it's just like disgusting to look back on. I'm like, I probably had mono. My friends would try to compete to see who had the highest kiss count, and we would try to complete the alphabet with people. But sometimes we didn't even know the person's name. Like, you'd go up to them and be like, do you want a kiss? I need my kiss count up or whatever. And you just kiss and you don't even know their name and you never see them again. One time this kid gave me his dad's phone number too. And me and the dad were just texting. Okay, there's the makeup for today. Love you all. Bye.
Get ready with me while I tell you the craziest dating story ever. I used to date this guy and he didn't live in my town, so I was like, I'll come see you. Obsessed with him for some oddly reason. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited to go see this boy. I'm in love with him. Like, no, girl. I drive like 10 hours. I went the wrong way. Instead of going this way, I went this way. I get to his house. I stay there for like 3 days. He didn't take me on one date. Stood up for myself and I said, I would love to go on a date with you. He goes out next morning because he's in school. God knows where he went, honestly. When he's gone, I'm gonna go get him some coffee for when he gets back because we ran yesterday. So I get this little journal. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna write out a sweet little note. It's gonna be like, oh my God, I love this girl. Like, what was I thinking all this time? It had already been broken up like 5 other times. Like, he's gonna love me if I do this. Girlfriend material, me, like, that's me. I open up this journal, comparison chart between me and his ex-girlfriend. Body, good mother, good personality, mental health, friends. Like, he rated my friend. I got like all 4s and she got all 10s. Valid. Like, she's a cool girl, right? Like, I can't even be mad. I'm standing there, I'm like, guess who's not getting coffee today? And then remember how I said that I wanted to go on a date? Comes back and he goes, remember how you said you wanted a date? I'm like, yeah. He goes, here's your date, and threw a 4 for 4 in my face from Wendy's. I left, and that was the last time we dated. Yikes. Like, literally, yikes. I left something out. The comparison chart was dated the day that he showed up to my house and said, I want to marry you. You know what? Let's get married. This girl literally sucks, and I'm still in love with my ex-girlfriend, but I want to marry Hannah. Something's not making sense. That's my dating story from I have so many more, so I could make this a whole series. I'm not even kidding. I'm feeling crazy.
Get ready with me for the day while I tell you the story of what I did this morning. Guys, it's so funny, but it's also not because I'm actually still in so much pain. So this morning I was playing with Otis and we always just throw his toys around and he loves to chase them. I was throwing it in the kitchen and I accidentally threw it on top of the cabinet. So I climbed up on the countertop to get it off of the cabinet. I was like reaching up to grab it. Anyways, I throw the toy down for him and then I'm getting down off the counter. And also this is right after I've woken up, so I'm still in my pajamas and they're like these shorts that are like this long. So I'm jumping off the counter and my pajama shorts get stuck on the hardware. It like rips my shorts in half and then I'm literally hanging by the cabinet. It's funny now, but it actually hurts so bad. My shorts got ripped like all the way up and I was still like hanging on by the cabinet, so I have a cut like all the way up me. I also hit the counter on the way down, so now I have a big bruise on my butt and it also was bleeding. These are the shorts I was wearing. They literally ripped all the way down the center. It actually hurts so bad I can like barely sit down now. I'm pretty sure I did some damage down there. And to make it even worse, Mark was right next to me when it happened and saw the whole thing, so I'm so embarrassed. We've been together for a few years, so I honestly don't really get embarrassed in front of him anymore, but this was so bad. I was literally dangling by my shorts. Turns out I can still be embarrassed in front of him. I wish so badly I was taking a video so I could show you guys more what I'm talking about. Anyways, that's how my morning is going. And of course, it was one of my favorite pairs of pajamas too.
Get ready with me while I tell you why I stopped making get ready with me's. So honestly, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I used to make get ready with me's like literally every single day, which might be surprising. Like that's all I posted was get ready with me's. I didn't post any hair content, like nothing. And I've been getting comments recently like, Hallie, why'd you stop making get ready with me's? Like just comments like that. And guys, it makes me so sad because a lot of people didn't know that's literally what I posted. Like my username was getreadywithme.hjg. Let me know if you remember that. Sorry, but the reason why I stopped was mainly because a lot of people wanted me to just post hair content, and obviously I do what makes you guys happy. That's kind of how it was from the start. I mean, like the first get ready with me I posted, people were like talking about my hair, so I was like, okay, let me make like some hair content. And then as most of you guys know, my get ready with me.hjg account like kind of went away, if you know what I mean, and I just stopped posting get ready with me. Also, another reason why I kind of stopped was because people were low-key literally making fun of me for it. Like people in real life would like talk about it all the time and I was just like, stop, please stop. But I'm probably gonna start posting them again because it's just something that was like part of my daily routine and now I just don't do it. But everybody should let me know if I should start posting them again, because obviously I want you guys to like the content that I post, so let me know. Bye guys.
Do my hair with me while I tell you all the things that I found in my ex's room. 2 engagement rings, and when I asked him, hey, those mine? He said, no, yours is in the trunk of my car. Okay, if it's in the trunk, cute, like you were gonna surprise me, love that. Whose 2 other rings are these right here? I would love to know. That was humbling for sure. The thing that I found in his room was whole outfit. Sweater, a bra, undergarments. It was fun. I was like, I'm gonna put a note in his dresser when he gets home. He's gonna be like, oh, like she loves me. That's so cute that she did that. Yeah, when I opened the dresser, it was full on a whole thing. What clothes did she leave in? I'm so confused. I asked him why he had a girl's clothes in his room. He said, they're my sisters. So sorry, I'm scared. Why do you have your sister's bra and panties in your room? Turns out they weren't his sisters. So that was really cool. This is the wavy talk, by the way. I'm trying it today and I'm kind of loving it. So easy, and I'm terrible at doing hair, so. One last thing that I found in his room, probably not the last, but watching a movie and his blanket had fallen off the bed between the wall and his bed. I was like, oh, let me get the blanket. That was a blanket. Nope, it was a bra. Right. He laughed and said, man, I was really hoping you weren't gonna find that. Oh, but I did. My hair has never looked this good though, so I can't even, I'm not even mad. My God, I need to be in a L'Oreal commercial or something. I'm genuinely impressed.
You guys, get ready with me while I tell you crazy things that I've done to guys in my past. Start off, one of the guys I used to fuck with. We weren't anything serious, but I saw him get a text from his ex. She was the first one that reached out to him, but no girl does that unless they're comfortable doing that. And in his toilet, he had one of those like little things that would shoot up with water and like clean your butthole. So I did what any normal person would do, and I unscrewed it and I filled it up with hot sauce. So when he used it for like the first 5 seconds, it was just hot sauce going into his butthole. Next, last year on my birthday, one of the guys that I was like fucking with, he came with us to the club, and we were popping shit. We had a table, we had a few bottles. I grabbed the Grey Goose bottle that we had bought and I started drowning it, like just chugging it like if it was water. And I guess he tried to be a hero and take the bottle away from me, so I went like this and I uppercutted his stomach multiple times until the point where he said he got heart palpitation and literally backed away because he was so scared of me. I was also literally blacked, so I did not remember this until I got told the next day, and I was just like, well, don't provoke me then. And then I saved the best for last. One time I was linking with this guy, and he like had snuck out of his house and his mom caught him, so he was like in a rush to like drop me off, and he dropped me off at the gate of my house. I was incredibly disgusted by this because like what if I got kidnapped? So that's exactly what I did. I didn't answer him the whole night and made all of my friends ask him, saying where I went because they haven't seen me and I never came home. And then when I ended up answering him, I gave myself a black eye, like with makeup, and snapped him, and he started crying, saying that he's so sorry. So a win is a win. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me know if you guys want a part 2, because there is many more that I could tell you guys. And don't worry, these were all in the past. I would never do this now. I've matured, don't worry. That's the finished look. Bye.
This is how I went from being like a normal high schooler to getting an apartment in LA at 16. There's a lot of lore. It all starts off in 8th grade when I got a lot of Lululemon and I wanted to do a haul, but I didn't want people to be like, she's bragging. So I made another account. So I make this video and it shows all of my Lululemon, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot. So it went a little viral. It got like 500K views, and at the time that was so good for me. And I had always wanted to be an influencer, so I was just like, I should go along with it. Keep posting, and eventually I hit 100K. That sucked. But that next spring, my freaking account got banned and they removed all of my comments. At this point, I had like 200K, but I was like, this can't cut it anymore. I need to start something new that I can actually have comments on. So that summer is actually when I started my YouTube channel. I was posting shorts and immediately they started doing well, and I was like, oh my God. That summer I got monetized on YouTube and it literally changed everything. YouTube is so rewarding. And another thing about YouTube is it's very time consuming. I was like, I can't go back to high school because high school was so stressful. So I ended up doing half online and half regular. That was a super hard decision because I have so many friends there and I couldn't just like leave them. But I mean, I did. So, but I still go to parties and see them every weekend. So it really didn't change anything, literally just the school I go to. Then I get invited to my first YouTube event in LA, which was insane for me. And I had to beg my mom to let me go. We made a whole trip out of it. We go to this YouTube event. It was so fun. Then all of a sudden the LA trips keep getting more common. And we're like, shoot, if we're going to be in LA so much, we need an apartment. But this was not easy to convince my mom. She was like, maybe in like January or like a long time from now. I worked my ways and I figured out a way to get it like now, because I always convince my mom. I finally convinced her to get this apartment, and I have a roommate, which like my best friend ever. And it's just so weird to think about how social media has made me be able to like get an apartment and a car and everything. It's like insane. Like one Lululemon video has brought me this. But if you're thinking about starting social media or doing any of that, I say just post, because if I never posted that video, my life would be so different. Like I'd be in high school right now and just like not living. There's more lore, so if you want all of that, then I'll do another video. All right, that's it. Love you guys. Bye.
Get ready with me while I talk about things that I did to my evil ex-boyfriend. And I'm gonna say I had a reason to do all of this because he was not the best. Okay, so the first thing is I stuck his toothbrush in the toilet water. It sounds bad, like everything I'm about to say sounds really bad, but I promise you I had a reason. Okay, next thing, I put raw shrimp in his vents and in his closet so it would like make his room smell really bad. One time we were making cookies and I put Miralax, like a bunch of Miralax in the cookie dough. I didn't eat the cookies though. He's the only one that ate them. Why would I put myself through that? This one I also did while we were cooking. So we were cooking tacos and I crushed up like cat food and put it in the taco meat. I didn't eat it. I'd take his underwear and then rip holes in it. Sometimes he would ask me for help with his homework and I would purposely give him the wrong answers. That way he failed. And he actually did end up failing one of his classes thanks to me. I signed him up for the army, and then like a little bit later a recruiter came to his house. Let's just say he was really confused. Okay, last but not least, I would put Nair in his shampoo and his hair like actually slowly started to fall out and he had like a little bald like patch. Like
One of the craziest things I've ever done. Weird that I've never talked about this. Pacha liquid silk, by the way. So obviously I told you guys I don't come from money. Family was pretty much like, you have to fend for yourself. I was insistent on being in a sorority that cost $4,000 a semester, and you had to pay it all at once. So at 18 years old, I was like, damn, where do I come up with $4,000 in 2 weeks? During that time, I felt like random Instagram sugar daddies were like such the thing. Everyone had them in their DM. I find one that seemed the most realistic. It's like actually only gets crazy. I start hitting him up, and he pretty much was really into feet. Within the day, I made $1,000 from sending this guy my feet. I shit you not, I kept it going. Next thing you know, I made the $4,000 that I needed. But I was like, I can't stop here. Look at all this money. So I keep going. And you have to remember, I had never seen money like that in my life. Seeing, you know, like $3,000 in my bank account, I was shitting my pants. Eventually, he was like, I will pay you $30,000. Mind you, I didn't even know what he looked like. Anyway, he was offering to pay me $30,000 to fly me out to Miami, go to dinner with him, stay in a separate hotel, and leave the next day. I swear to God, like I would tell you if something else happened. Any person in their right mind would be like, no, that sounds dangerous. But I was broke and crazy. So I went. I didn't tell a soul. You know how stupid that is? That was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. But then I got there, he had me staying at the Ritz-Carlton. At dinner with him, he pretty much says that he's really lonely. Normal, good-looking guy. After the dinner, I went back to my hotel. He dead-ass wired me the $30K. And that's how I paid my sorority dues for like hella long. Obviously, don't ever do that. Anastasia lip liner for the first time. This brown refi gloss. I'll show you guys my outfit in another video. Stay tuned for more crazy stories. I promise they're never ending. And of course, I love you guys. Okay, bye.
I don't trust you if hypothetically we've been friends for a really long time. Like, you've seen me cry, you've seen me at my lowest. I've been able to tell you like anything for how long. And even if we're not like super duper close friends anymore, so you meet someone new, someone cool, like good for you, like yes, go get them, like whatever. Then you decide to throw shade on my name. For what? To throw away our friendship? Okay. I just wouldn't trust you if that ever hypothetically happened. I don't trust you if hypothetically we've known each other for a really long time, like we've been friends, we're acquaintances, we talk, and then I get text from someone at your school that you were just absolutely trashing on my name, trashing on my social media, trashing on my sports, just trashing on me. And then within the same week, you come and tell me that you think my social media is so cool. Like, I just wouldn't trust you if that ever happened. I also would not trust you if hypothetically you were a type of person to constantly spread fake rumors about me in high school while you were supposed to be my friend, and it was almost like you were preying on my downfall the whole time. Like, I would not trust someone if that ever happened. I especially wouldn't trust you if I like thought we were friends or I thought we were good, and then I find out you were posting like shady things about me on a private story. Like, what? I would just never do that to someone. So like, I wouldn't trust them if they did that to me. I also probably wouldn't trust you if you just didn't like me for some reason and then tried to just like make other people not like me because you just don't like me. So yeah, those are just the types of people that I wouldn't put my trust in. I know those sounded really snotty and specific for some reason, but I guess I'm just an overthinker. I'm gonna go hang out with my boyfriend, so I hope none of those have ever happened to you guys. So yeah, peace out. Love you. Bye.
There's nothing more fake than a friend who like lurks on your social medias and does not comment anything on your account and just completely views all your stuff without saying anything. A lot of people can argue with me and be like, oh my god, it's just social media, why is it a big deal? But if you have that friend that's constantly posting on their story or constantly like posting anything in general, whenever you do post, they never comment, they're always the first one to view everything you post, they consider themselves like your friend. Like, I'm sorry, like I feel like there's like a certain type of boundary to this. I feel like when it comes to my friends posting on social media, I feel like I'm like extremely supportive when it comes to it. Social media is like the way I keep up with people. If a friend posts something on like Instagram or like Snapchat, of course I'm going to comment, of course I'm going to support, be like, oh my god, so pretty. That's my friend. Like, I'm going to support you. Like, usually when it comes to Instagram stories, I am the first person to like mostly every single Instagram story. I don't know why I do this, but every time I see an Instagram story that I like, I will genuinely heart it. But I feel like the rules are different when someone's especially active on Instagram and they're actively posting. I'm going out of my way and commenting and liking all your posts, and you're not doing the same to me, and you're just like absolutely lurking. I'm going to get like a bad vibe from it. I don't know, I feel like it's just different because I've been posting consecutively on TikTok, and like I've noticed who comments and who doesn't comment. Don't get me wrong, I don't expect you to comment on every single one of my posts, but like if you're active on social media and I'm hyping you up like mostly half the time, can't you do the same for me without mean girl energy? God, you know what the worst is too? Personally, what I think is the worst is when you post on your private story and then you have these lurkers who like don't interact with your private story. I have two private stories, so I have like a main one where I just post like mostly just like basic pictures for like 100 people to see. I also have my private which I realize a lot of girls do, which has like 12 people. It's all girls. I call it Future MILFs Only. I've had it for like 3 years. My boyfriend is on my private story because like he doesn't even view Snapchat, so I just keep him on like my main story. Main point of my private is to post stuff so people can view it and also like interact with me because they're mostly just like my 10 closest friends. Posting something, usually I'll like post an outfit or something and I'll be like, oh, is this cute? Like swipe up. You don't swipe up. I'm sorry. Like I just feel like that's freaking weird. Like I post it and like you're one of the first people to view it and you don't say anything, like crickets. Like that's awkward. I don't even know if I'm making sense. It's literally like 7:30 in the morning right now and I'm exhausted. It really applies to like a certain extent of people, especially if you're just like active on social media. If not, like I wouldn't really like think too deep into this. It really just truly gives off mean girl energy. You guys have a great day and I'll talk soon. Bye.
Hey guys, get ready to hang out with the boy, even though I'm 90% sure they're gonna cancel. Oh, what am I actually getting ready for? I'm getting ready for denial, or rejection, again. This kid asked me to hang out, and I was like, yeah, but you have to pick me up, because, like, no. And he was like, yeah, sure, it'll probably be around 9. Yeah, I just had to ask my parents, and I was like, okay. He set that at 8:28, and it's currently 9:03. Get it if you have to wait, but 30 minutes?
Do you know you have 30 minutes? 30, yes.
I don't know why I always put myself in situations where I know I'm just gonna like get hurt, but like YOLO. To me, just actions speak louder than words. You can say all this sweet stuff, so you're gonna do this, and then if you just don't follow through, then it was just like, obviously I'm not gonna get mad at them if their parents tell you no, but I just rather they tell me, hey, my parents said no, than just leaving me and then being like, hey, sorry, like my parents said no when I'm already asleep. Like, yeah, no doubt. So what am I actually getting ready for? I'm getting ready for denial, or rejection, again. Really, I'm debating about texting, but like I feel like that's just like stupid of me to like text, you know? I thought if you deleted contact, then their number would pop up, but the freaking whole contact popped up again. I was like, I literally deleted it. So, also, if I do go and hang out with this kid, I don't know how to tell my parents. I told my dad, I said, hey, I'm hanging out with a friend, but I kind of realized they have my location, and if I'm in this neighborhood, they're gonna be like, what are you doing there? Because I fear all of my friends that live there are on vacation. So. And I low-key hate lying to my parents. Like, I'd rather just tell them. Like, they wouldn't care, but they're just gonna be like, bro. They're just gonna be like, your decision, like, it's, you're gonna get the consequence, or whatever the fuck, I don't really know. The lips are low-key high. Oh, my lips are so chapped. This is just not okay. Okay, if they don't text by 9:30, I'll probably text them, but anywho, that's it. Bye, guys. So, it's 9:36, I've been canceled, and I texted him. I was like, oh, well, looks like, what, why is it so zoom in? I was like, oh, well, looks like we'll hang out another time. He goes, sorry. Okay, bye guys.
What am I supposed to do if this happens? Oh my god, I think I'm going blind. My eyes literally turning black. Okay, my mom had to make an optometrist appointment because my eyes already messed up on this side. Like, my vision's really bad. And then I just got lash glue in it, or lash bond. So, if I go blind, it's... Does anybody else, like, okay, for example, I have practice tomorrow. I know I have practice tomorrow. But I'm already dreading going to practice. Like, does anybody else do that? But, like, once I go to practice, I'm like, oh, this isn't even bad. But just, like, knowing I have to go tomorrow and I can't just come home, like, I just dread that, you know what I mean? So, at least I got my eyebrows done, like, a week ago, I think. So, it's not that bad. But I just don't want to go back. The only reason I'm a little excited is because I have, like, new clothes to wear now. So, like, that's exciting. And then, like, also, I haven't seen my friends in a while. And then, but, like, also, I was sick after, like, Thanksgiving. Okay, I've been saving this part for last. And yes, I'm still gonna brush my hair, so please do not think that that's what I mean when I say I'm already done. I'm just done with my makeup. So, yes, I'm gonna brush my hair. But anyways, I'm gonna curl my lashes now. I'm gonna brush my hair and I'm gonna brush my hair. Brush my hair and then brush my teeth. And then I'm leaving. And I'm just gonna do everything else at school. Well, I just need to put mascara right here. That's it. I'm just gonna do that. Probably in the car, actually. Okay, bye, guys. I'm about to get in trouble because I'm gonna be late.